Hello, hello, hello. I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm going just to I'm just going to play. Okay, I'm kind of excited for playing this game. My voice is not the best because I'm kind of sick right now, but I've always wanted to play it. I never could. So yeah, this is my first time. Right? Hope not. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. For the first time, it's okay. I'm kind of excited. I've seen some gameplays of this game, but I never had the chance to play it. So yeah, here I am on a Sunday night when I have to work tomorrow. Why?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, I'm not gonna skip
Stanley
it.
worked for a company in a big building where he
Hope
was
it's not that loud.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him
It's
through a
gonna be
digital
me
interface,
tomorrow.
telling him what buttons to push
Freak
and
me.
how long to push them. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have
Jesus.
considered it soul winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And then
Okay.
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in
My
all
turn
his
come
years
true.
at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. I'm so nervous. Wait.
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He
Yeah.
likes to see how long he
Okay,
can
it's
go
capturing.
without
Okay,
dying.
I'm gonna
So
play.
far,
Okay.
he's doing excellent.
Sorry, I'm so
And if
excited.
he
Why am I
just
so
stays right
excited?
where
This
he
game
is,
is so.
I'm sure he'll keep up that good
Oh.
momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
Okay, it's okay. A genius at work? What are you guys letting me do? What did I do? I don't even want to work here. I'm doing my best, okay? I'm actually really trying. Okay, can go in. Can go in.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed.
I'm gonna try to lower the mouse sensitivity here. Maybe.
a memo.
Yeah, better. Much better.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Not that I want to either. Okay, no papers.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
When am I going to turn off all the computers and then go home? Oh, I wanna get mad about it. Okay, no. I barely remember some endings of this game. I watched the new one for it was an anniversary or something, but the new, not the DLC, but
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
why should I?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
Okay.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I didn't. Oh, shit! I forgot they closed the door behind me. Okay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really
yeah,
been
but-
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Maybe I could take a nap.
Stanley simply stood here,
No.
drinking it all in.
Drinking coffee, maybe? No? Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay. That hurt. Uh-oh. I guess I remember some of his... Hope it's not a bad... Oh, I guess it's a bad...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
Well,
your
good to
trust
know.
in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make
Myself?
every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What is this, a threat? Are you threatening me? What?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Can I unplug it?
Oh, no,
Oh,
no,
dear!
you can't.
Should I
Did you just
unplug it?
unplug the phone?
No,
that
I'm
wasn't
so
supposed to
sorry.
be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Dude,
No,
sorry.
it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
That
Not
sounds
picking up the
lovely.
phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not
What?
noticed it sooner? You're
What?
not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't
fine.
believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my
forgot
watch.
this
I'm going
guy
to stop the
talks
game for a
much.
moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Know what I usually do.
Choice.
Oh,
It's the best part of being a
stop
real
it.
person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this
You
scenario,
have to
a
be-
hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
Really?
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you
What?
make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying,
though.
"My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
For a moment, I thought it crashed.
Excellent.
Okay.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
That's definitely me.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And
hope
finally,
not.
if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Yeah.
At this
Now I feel
time,
better,
your
thanks.
instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed
Holy
that this
moly.
room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
it's just
But
like my
not to
hair.
worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the
But it's not
correct thing to
glass.
do would have been. This way, please.
Well, it's not gonna ring the phone? Okay. Actually, not to sound crazy, but this room looks much cooler now. Okay. No? Nothing. Nobody? Oh. How about this one? Nope. So you're gonna make me go backwards.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through
Oh, really?
the
You
story.
warned me.
That story
What
would
the
make no
hell?
sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets
Good
any
job.
worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I just didn't hear what he said. I'm gonna get the worst ending for sure. I'm gonna end up dying for sure. No, I hope I don't die. I get a better ending. I don't know how many endings this game has.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
But I don't wanna.
Now
I
remember,
don't-
all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
But
I'm
being
quite sure
Stanley's
you'll be up to the
story-
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came
my
to a
lead.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Then why do you open the right door if you know I'm gonna... Okay. I'm gonna take the left. Just for the sake of this free gameplay, whatever the fuck if this is. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Why do you
disbelief,
make
Stanley
me go
decided to
this-
go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What? Did it change? Okay, my boss's office. Where is it?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
here?
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. Okay, do you want me to go to my boss's office? I'm gonna go to my office. Till I get tired of this and I'm gonna say, screw you. Whoops. That's big words.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
This whole...
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
Really?
And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode.
He had
Oh,
seen it
really?
on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work?
I don't know
There
what
was
you're
only
talking
one
about,
way to
sis.
find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Wait. Am I this lame? I wouldn't take this risk. Oh, you told me I was on my boss's computer last week.
Stanley
Okay.
spoke the code.
Okay.
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
How do I talk?
I'm
I
sorry,
talk?
is there a problem?
Yeah, I
You
cannot
didn't
talk.
mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a
How-
crucial step.
Am I supposed to talk even?
Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this
No,
one
no interest in
single
talk.
thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices.
Come
he
on,
knows what
dude,
it
open
means
the
to take a
friggin'
story
door.
seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done
I
whatever
won.
the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Am I the coward? You made me do
Behave
it, you
exactly as
freaking-
Stanley would. That means choosing
psycho.
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Just follow my. Wait.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. So if I go through the left door, are you going to let me speak to the freaking speaker, or are you gonna open the door or something like that? What the? I don't know how to walk. I don't know how to walk. I don't even know how to
Yet
walk.
there was not a single person here either.
Yeah, I know.
Feeling
I
a wave
know.
of disbelief,
That's what?
behave exactly as Stanley
What?
would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my
Sorry
lead
if I
and you'll be
cough, I'm
fine. All
kind of
right.
sick.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to do the right thing, even though the door is on the left. I don't know. I feel if I go to the right, I might end up dying just because I'm doing the wrong thing again. Though the room with colors looked nice. But that's not the point. And if I go to the left again, are you going to respawn me here again? Okay, I want to know. Don't respawn me. Don't respawn me, please. Please don't respawn me.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
You mother.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly
Yeah, I don't
and
wanna
always
die
putting
through
the
the
story
right door.
first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, do you want me to go to the right door?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly,
kidding.
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
This room is so broken. Just my head. See that? That's exactly what I have on my head. Okay, do you want me to go to the left? Right? Why isn't this an autoplay then? You make me walk.
Oh, it's ruined.
Oops.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I
Just take a
supposed to
chill
do?
pill, bro.
Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do
I don't know, but you have
No, I
to
have to.
go.
I have to shut
forward.
the game down.
Move forward.
I have to. I have to.
You have to what? Didn't hurt me. Oh, could you imagine? I get like a UFO ending. I didn't know it was possible.
Oh, I'm here.
What?
I'm still here. Here
Okay.
in this pile of rubbish.
Okay.
With you. You.
Yeah,
who thought
me.
you were so clever. Now look where we are.
Voice
My
of your
entire game is
conscience.
destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Being a
You just had to
crybaby.
see? Didn't I
Yeah.
impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
But I did it.
That thought hadn't
Didn't I?
even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
That hurt.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
I try so no copyrighted.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Oh,
he
you
entered the
have
door
to
on
be
his
kidding me!
left.
What? I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall. This actually freaks me out.
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
What you mean,
the
Diane?
through the door. Are you listening to me?
Really?
Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
So am I
Stanley, this is
dissociating?
important. The story
Like-
needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do
It's
you
like
understand me?
an
Whatever choice you make is just fine. You're
traveling
both correct. You cannot be wrong here.
thing
We can work together. I'll accept
that I
whatever
see
you
myself.
do. I simply need you to
The
take that
hell's
step forward, please. Choose.
Choose?
Do something.
Ooh.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
I need
Story
this.
needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there?
Is he
Are you
going to
listening
start
this?
crying?
Stanley, are you there?
I'm feeling kind of bad
It's okay, I can
for the
wait.
narrator.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Is this really an ending?
I'll
Okay,
wait for
I've
you
never
to
seen this
decide
one, I
what's
guess.
the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Eternity. I could take a really long time to make a choice. Okay. That was a good one. Did it restore? Or 27, that's the original one, right? Okay, maybe I could get another
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
another ending.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
A memo. Nobody was around, but I missed the memo. That's not a memo, bro. If there's no even a single coworker around, I didn't miss a memo. Was that a... Oh, I thought it was an elevator. That means I overslept and I came to the office on Sunday. But that's not missing a memo. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's take... Did he sit on the left? Oh god, my brain just broke and I didn't hear him again. Well, I hope he said left.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, let's go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
This
his
is
boss's
new.
office.
Yeah, but I went there already. What's downstairs? Ooh. Does red mean bad? It has to mean bad. Okay, let's go.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the
Because
possibility
I'm
of
so
facing his
dumb.
boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
Really?
economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my
Yeah.
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Okay.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Don't do this to me.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Oh,
No, Stanley said to
no.
himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
What is
And
this?
at last,
PC?
he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Oh,
He
I
just
wish I
hadn't
could
found the
have
words for it.
played that.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a
I
relief
would sing
Stanley
it, not
felt
scream
to
it.
have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't
I'm
going to
getting
lose his
sick.
job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
Wasn't
I
I?
suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I
don't
may as
want
well
to.
enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
No, 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 no,
Then
no,
he
no, no,
imagined
no.
himself soaring
No,
through
that's
space on
actually
a
a nightmare
magical
of mine.
star field, and it too appeared.
Holy
It was
fuck.
so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Actually,
Now
I
the voice was
wish.
describing itself being
Actually, I wish there was a voice in my head that tells me what to do every single step I take. I don't want to think anymore. That's what I'm playing this.
considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Describing me, that's
And while he
describing
thought it
my
all
thoughts,
very
that is
odd, and wondered if
describing
this voice
small-
spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the
going
voice speak these
faster?
words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice
I
was a
told
part
you.
of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
I
He
could
would
just-
prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Nah,
So
I'm
he
not
closed his
so
eyes
sure about
gently,
that.
and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me
Kind
wake
of
up,
cold.
he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
Oh,
Let
no,
me
please
continue
don't.
pushing the buttons.
No, no, no,
Please.
no, no.
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
I do
All I
wanna
want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I don't want to be normal.
Everything will be fine.
I'm not normal.
I am okay.
That's what I say to myself every single day before going to sleep. I don't
Stanley
know if
began
that's
screaming.
sad.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is
Oh.
Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am
I
real.
would've screamed
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything
Jesus.
went black.
Oh, freak. That's such a bad trip. That's such a bad trip.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
No, I got this ending.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
This ending
She
sucks.
arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings,
this
and
one.
walked to her place of work.
I hate
But on
it.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few
I
brief
hate this
moments,
ending.
she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane.
What?
I am in control of my mind.
Is
I
she?
know what is
Are
real
you?
and what isn't.
Am I? Are
It was
we?
comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting
Yeah,
she had
that's
scheduled
kind
for
of
that
mean.
day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this.
I'm sorry, but this woman's thoughts are kind of bitchy. I'm sorry.
So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
The hell? Are you going to call an ambulance, police, someone? Are you just going to leave me there? That's a real B. I don't want to say big words, but that's a real B for sure. Whoa, I'm having such a interesting time. I'm gonna say that playing this, and
Someone was following Stanley.
What?
He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
No, that's a nightmare of mine too. No, please. I mean, I know nobody follows you through this game. But the thought on my mind that somebody's going to follow me sucks.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On my left. Okay, do you want me to go to my left? I think I will. Okay, let's... I don't know. It didn't start the same way as the original one. So I don't know if I'm going
Yet there was
to
not a
get
single person here
a
either.
good ending
Feeling
or
a
the
wave
original
of
ending.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, I'm gonna
Coming
try.
to a staircase,
to be up.
Stanley walked upstairs
Good
to
little
his
dog this
boss's
time.
office.
Okay, here I am. Come on, where are you at, boss?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
You're-
unraveled,
I'm sorry, but did you really need a roof that high? Did you? Did you really?
Stanley wondered
What?
in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known
Wait.
was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been
Wait,
keeping
this
from
is
him.
different.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Changed.
2845.
Okay.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Why?
Yet
Incredible, but I
incredibly,
heard it.
by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the
What?
correct code by
Okay.
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Who puts a light like that? Who puts a light that way? Just burning my face with this light like it was an interrogatory link plus. I mean, this is not a friendly welcoming, okay? This, I don't feel welcome with this. Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't move the camera that much. Okay, this is worst. That's not friendly welcoming, and this is not a good inviting either. Okay. Ah! Aw. This kind of reminds me of Portal. What a great game. And it gives me the chills just
Descending
like
deeper
Portal.
into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a
feel
stirring
weird.
of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for
I
long.
can't believe I'm streaming. This is so surreal. Why? Why am I getting a... Why am I getting a scary ending? Does it look too dark? Maybe I could... Yeah, I actually have the stream open on my cell phone because I really want to get a good look at... What am I even doing? No, audio, no. Video. Field of vision. Okay, should be this one. No. That's what? What is that even? Isn't like an option to I could try that. I didn't see that this was on low. I don't know. Can I make it brighter? Cause it's kind of dark. Uh-oh. Did I crush it? Okay, no. There we go. Well, then I guess I cannot. I wanted to make it brighter, but...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You're kidding me. Ah, well, this is an easy exit, and I'm so dumb. I just went through it. Really, are you... Do you think I'm this stupid? Maybe. I can be this dumb. Ah. Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try my...
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that
not.
at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? What do you mean my violent death? It wasn't
The
as...
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
How do you know it's really my death? Well, even though I do believe I can trust the narrator, this doesn't look this nice. What would you choose? To go through here that maybe you wouldn't die? Or go to the mind facility, mind control thingy, whatever? I believe I could take any chance I could before giving my mind to others. Yeah, I believe I would unalive myself before giving my mind to others. What was that? What am I even? What?
As the machine whirred into
Yeah.
motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
Are you kidding me?
Trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
No,
Perhaps
no,
his
no,
death
no, no,
would
no,
have
no,
meant
no, no.
loss, like
No,
plucking
no,
the
no,
eyeballs
no.
from a
Can
blind
I?
man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this
No.
violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, I deserve this. I'm such a dumb. Really? I cannot do anything? Jesus.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated
Is she going to
as the
stop?
machine crushed every bone in his body,
Okay,
killing
no.
him instantly.
So you're not gonna save me either. What is this? Dude, it looks so dark. There has to be a way. No, but this is my field of vision. Wait for vertical scene. I don't know what to do, it's so dark. I don't even have a key to brighten it up on my keyboard. This keyboard is shit. Okay, so I should go here. And now what?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Okay.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. I just. Oh, okay. What is this? I'm going to be able to go out?
When every path you can walk has
Whoa.
been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I didn't want to say it, but it looked like. Is this my office? Okay. What? Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layer remains almost identical to the first iteration. Stanley's computer. It's a museum. Sorry. Okay. Not like I'm not a big fan of museums, but the office. What office? Oh. Okay. Didn't hear that one. Didn't hear any of those. Let's go through here. More endings, fewer endings. More. I'm clicking and there's a typing sound going on. The launch. I don't know if you're interested in this, but I really like everything. One young version. What is that? Is that a clock? Okay. Oh, gee. I freaked out. Are these... Well, I mean, these are elements of different endings, I guess. Okay, where are we going with this? Doesn't look like my office. And now what? A really cute and pretty big museum, so... Okay.
Oh, look at these
Oh,
two.
don't laugh.
How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Give me the
How they
narrator.
both wish to be free.
Mhm.
Can
Okay.
you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
The narrator
No.
and myself.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Oh, for
Push escape and press quit.
frick's
There's
sake.
no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
Oh, no.
Stop now. It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you
Okay. Okay, if I restart it, I believe it's not like everything's going to erase or something like that. I might get another ending. And I might need to drink some water because I'm starting to talk a bit shittier. Okay. Everything should be almost safe.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Oh, I mean my job or...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Last time I tried to behave and it didn't work at... Okay, that's true. I tried to escape at the end, but I'm not sure I wanted to give my mind to mind controlling. And if I go to the right, the narrator is going to talk and bubble all around all the time. And I don't know if I want to hear that. And Okay, you know what? At this point, I don't want to think, so let's give my mind to my controlling. Okay. Don't care at all. Do with me whatever you want.
Yet there was not a single person here
Just
either.
for tonight.
Feeling a wave
Just
of
for
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, you're not talking enough? Fast enough? You need to cut yourself?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What was
What
the
could it
code
mean?
for?
Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
I remember.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the
Oh, I
boss's
don't know.
desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his
Give me the
situation.
freaking code, too.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Yeah, I saw
What
it.
could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
I'm gonna
And
type
so the
any
boss had
freaking
assigned
number
it an
just because I
extra
want.
secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code
Okay.
by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Jesus. That was scary. Let's go. Oh my God, it's so strong. Go. Okay, this time, let's. Okay, let's not escape, and let's go to the mind controlling.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, yeah, sure. Just crumble my mind and eggs. I don't want to think anymore.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No, I don't. I don't want to know. I'm just going to give my brain to some lab people, and they could do whatever they want with it.
Now
They
the
won't do
monitors
that
jumped to
much.
life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives
They're
of so
so
many
freaking
individuals
well.
reduced to
Look
images
at
on a
fella.
screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom. Not like my throat hurts, but I just don't have voice at all.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I mean,
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
I
His
don't really
own
care.
life in someone else's control?
I mean, the thing-
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean, they paid me, so I'm not gonna question them much, dude.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What am I, Superman? I don't really care, bro. They're not paying me for this. Nah, just kidding. I am a superhero. I'm gonna turn this right side down. Or something like that. Okay, I don't think that's gonna do much.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his
Press the
duty,
button.
his obligation,
button.
to put an end to this horrible place and to...
Did I win? Did I free everyone?
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it over? Was it?
Yes.
Yes.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from
The
someone
mad
else's
tunnel.
command.
Right.
Freedom was mere moments away.
The Matrix.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to
Let
feel.
it go. Is this your band?
Whatever
No.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Can I jump?
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yes. Suckers.
Stanley felt the cool breeze
Oh,
upon
okay.
his
I'm not
skin,
touching now.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Who lives in that
This
house?
was exactly the way,
There was a house over
right
there.
now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And Stanley was happy. He just needed to go to the mind controlling facility. Oh, I unlocked an achievement. Nice. Okay. Okay. Can I save the game? I'm gonna leave it here. Well, I believe it auto saves. Continue. Achievements. You can't jump. No, seriously. Seriously, we disabled it. Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. Okay, I finished it. I don't know what's that one. Click on the door 4:30. Oh, I did see, jeez, this door in the new game, but I don't think I've seen it in this one. Achievement. This is an achievement. Okay. Commit. Wait. I did press the off button. The hell? Commitment. Made a Stanley Parable from the entire direction of a Tuesday. I'm gonna play it on Tuesday. I don't think so. Welcome back with the game and then start again. Okay. So I'm gonna achieve that on the next one. Speed run. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes. 22 seconds, that not including load times. Okay, well, that's a good one. Thanks for being so careful about that. Go outside and play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. I I knew about this one, but I didn't think it was a real one. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Okay, I'm gonna take out. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna quit it and I'm gonna go here. This is my only chat. Um, visuals graphics overlay. Yeah, that's the word. Um, it's kind of sad. The chat window because I don't know how to set that up, but I wish I could do it for the next stream. And yep, this was sorry, I already fucked up. Fuck. This was Olive playing Stanley Parable. If you saw this, thanks for watching. Bye bye.